Hey there, Vlad is here, and as I promised, today's Sunday, and I'm giving you a mini guitar lesson for those who would like to learn guitar or play better licks, solos, chords, and you name it. So I was thinking today I'm going to share a couple of secret chords and a couple of phrasing techniques that you can apply to your soloing. One thing that I noticed, the three elements usually apply to guitar. One is phrasing, right? Second is the rhythm, and the third is the chords. Phrasing is important because that's how we say things. That's how people memorize our saying, basically a sentence or a word, whatever it is. And the best way to do this, phrasing-wise, is to play blues. The reason why, because blues has very unique phrasing, and it's very short and cohesive, and it's sequential. Basically, you can apply the same phrasing to any chord structure you can go. For example, if I have, this is a G chord, right? 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 So this is a phrase, right? Obviously, what I'm doing here is chord tones. Who doesn't know what chord tones are? This is exactly the time to learn the chords, and I'll show you some secret chords. So when you have chord structure, if you know at least how chord tones work, then you can improvise on those, right? So learn blues. Basically, if you have, again, some kind of rhythmical idea of blues, right? You have right? So these are chord tones. So I just played with chord tones on that chord, right? So phrasing-wise, and I'll show you some other phrasing techniques. Now, chord-wise, for those, you probably know the chords, right? Basic chords, you know the major and the minor chord. So let's imagine we have a G minor, G major, let's say, right? This is our G major. Some people play like that, right? Some people play like that. It doesn't really matter. And how you go to the second chord, let's say the first chord, then you have the second chord, then you have the third chord, then you have the sixth chord, for example, right? Then you have the second chord, and the dominant, the fifth chord. So one way to embellish your chord phrasing is using the what's called the triton substitution chord. What that is very simple. So imagine you have the one chord, you move the step one step higher and make this a dominant. Basically the 7 has to be here, right? So instead of this, you play like that, right? Sounds Spanish, right? Then going to the same chord, it's the same idea, right? So what I do, I don't usually play this kind of positioning. What I do, I usually play chord tones. Again, if I have, right, so this is my third and 1. Then, it's the same chord. I'll show you these also. Again, instead of playing, I'm playing. Again, it's the same idea, right? And then your melodic ideas will be based on these chords. Again, the chord tones, for those who don't know, there's plenty of information on YouTube how you can use the chord tones. But this is how you do it, for example. flat 9, which is basically, see? And back to 1, which is this one, right? Or right? Okay, so by doing so, you'll have already some kind of ideas where you can go a little bit more embellished. Another thing that I recommend doing, even though it doesn't seem intuitive, it's counterintuitive, but applying major to minor and vice versa, minor to major. Let's imagine we have the G, it's G major, and I'm thinking that I'm playing the harmonic minor. So harmonic minor will be, which is a major 7, and then it's all minor, right? So instead of playing this kind of chord, I'm basing it on the second, which is 9, and then the same idea, right? You see that? That's major 7, 5, and the minor 3, even though we play. So watch this. Now I'll apply that chord in my harmonic progression. See what I did? I can do cadences like this on this chord. For example, instead of playing, I can play right? So instead of harmonic minor, I call this a secret harmonic minor chord, right? And you can play a lot of things with that. For example, I can do that. I can do. Right? Same idea. So if I do these kind of cadences on harmonic minor, I can move to the third instead of having the second. So basically I have this chord. This is an octave, right? And I can play that. It's an identical chord. Right? Again. Right? These are phrasing on top of these chords. Then I can do, right, I'll play. Right, this is remember that chord? All right, that's it, folks. For now, have fun and play some cool blues.